hi guys, I have the week off from work. So I'm gonna live life like I would if I were a full-time creative. Then again, if I were a full-time creative, I probably wouldn't work on a Sunday, but I have a lot to edit, so guess what? I'm working on a Sunday. So yeah, this is what my life would look like if I were a full-time creative. I'm gonna follow the schedule that I've always kind of put forward for myself if I were a full-time creative, which means I'm gonna look for auditions, maybe do some auditions for some voiceover work. Granted, if I were full-time creative, I would have an agent that would also be helping me find auditions and things like that, but I don't have that right now. Would you not right now, please? Could you just not be on the table where I put my food? Thanks. So I would have an agent if I were full-time creative, but obviously that is not a real life. Would you knock it off? You are just being a pain. If I were a real full-time creative, I would have an agent. However, because I can't get an agent this week, just for the sake of pretending like I am a full-time creative this week, we're just gonna be doing it on our own. We're gonna be doing it ourselves. My goodness, cat. Ugh, this cat, I swear to goodness gracious. Okay, my favorite thing in the morning is always walking around to see what my cat has destroyed or what my cat has knocked over or what my cat has done that's going to annoy me. She's still very much in this kitten mode. Anyway, I am looking forward to doing it. It's gonna feel very refreshing, I feel like, this week. And yeah, so hopefully I can get some auditions in. Hopefully I can, would you not? She wants to play with her laser light. That is what she's trying. Her laser light is right here. It's right here. She's trying to bat at it so that I will grab it and play with her. So I keep trying to like surround it with things. Out of sight, out of mind, but she knows it's there. Anyway. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get some auditions done. I'll get a lot of videos edited. That's kind of the main priority. And some things written. Would you get down, please? So that's kind of the plan, is to act as though, like I said, today is, or that this week, I am a full-time creative, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, so hopefully some auditions, getting some videos edited, and some things written. I do have some ideas. There's a television show that I'm working on. A concept that I'm working on. Not a real television show, it's a concept that I'm working on that if I can work on enough, theoretically I could pitch. And it is something that I feel like could be greenlit. So I'm gonna work on that this week. There's a book idea that I had come up with a while back that is just brewing in my brain. I kind of talked about stuff a little bit yesterday. The fact that I enjoy writing prose. Even though I'm not much of a reader, I still have a lot of books and still read a decent amount for somebody who it's just very hard. It's just very difficult to read. It's not fun. Like I don't sit down and read for pleasure. It's not pleasurable for me. It is not fun for me. It's definitely something that is not fun. I do have to meal prep today. Don't even think about it, little cat. It's just driving me crazy. Anyway, I do have to meal prep today. So that's going to take a decent amount of time, but I'm going to hopefully edit some vlogs today. And while a vlog is rendering, I'll be upstairs meal prepping. I've got my meal prepping down pat at this point because I've been making the same thing. Should only take maybe an hour and a half. But yeah, so that's the plan. This week is going to be a lot of fun. Are you chewing on the wall? Stop chewing on the wall. Nova, stop chewing on the wall. My cat is, I knew she was because I knew that she was like peeling the paint off over there. But I've never seen her actually, Why are you chewing on the wall? Nova, why are you chewing on the wall? Stop chewing on the wall. I need to actually put my bags away. I don't know what I'm gonna do about my cat. So I just turned my computer on and I'm gonna go ahead and edit a vlog. I gotta figure out what was the last vlog that I edited. Oh, I did watch that video. I need to figure out what... I'm getting distracted by Facebook. Oh, that's another thing that I did. I did redo my resume yesterday. So I could update that on my website because that was very out of date. I mean, I guess not very out of date. It was just like about... Well, I just didn't redo it in 2019. But I also didn't do a ton in 2019. Like a ton of new things in 2019. So... because I've been working on a game with someone, but I don't know the status of that game anymore. He hasn't talked about it in a long time. The only time we've ever talked has been he started Patreon, and I have a Patreon too, if you guys don't know. The link is always below if you guys ever want to help me out becoming a full-time creative. Don't feel like you have to, though. That is... What is this? I'm gonna be really sad if I physically... No, okay, that's my professional resume. That's fine, okay. That makes me feel better. Because I was looking for my acting resume yesterday. And... What is this? 2014? Apparently I started working on this concept for this show. I mean, I've always wanted to do this show that I'm talking about, that I want to work on this week. But apparently I actually started writing a script. Interesting. If I were con chair. I don't even know what convention that's for. That's like 2014? I'm gonna have to look at that. If I were con chair, I thought if it was 2017, it would have been like, oh, that was just me being salty about GeekCon. It clearly wasn't, because I was happy at GeekCon at that point. I was happy at GeekCon until the last year. Actually, I was never not happy at GeekCon. It was just people... And you've seen that. If you haven't seen that story time, I'll link it above, but... 21 pages? What? So I keep calling this person unnamed in the stage direction, but in the script, I gave this person a name. It must have been just a placeholder, but then I would have said unnamed, just like I did in the stage direction. This is a full-on script. I need to read through this when I'm ready to work on the I mean, like I said, I know that I had planned on working on this concept a long time ago. Matter of fact, I was working with someone on music. Not specifically, because obviously music would be definitely more of a, like, we're actually in production. But, like, he and I were talking about, because he thought this was a cool idea. And he's a musician. He and I don't have contact anymore, unfortunately. We worked together when we worked at Caribou, which was when I started working on this project. So, like, it makes sense. But I actually wrote the script. Ah, this is lovely. I wanted to make it longer, though. I didn't want it to be a half-hour show. I think I was planning on this being a half-an-hour show. Did I finish the script? No, it's not finished. Okay. Because this is something that I would love to throw on Netflix and have be like 45 minutes. Or like a full hour. I would pitch this to like Netflix or Hulu. At the very worst, Amazon Prime. But, like, I would prefer this. I would want this on Netflix. So... This is so much fun. I didn't realize that I writ an entire script. I didn't realize I wrote an entire script. What? Va? Vad är det? Va? Sorry, excuse me as I just sit here confused as heck. Okay, apparently I wrote an entire script, which is great. That's fantastic. I'm thrilled. Why is that not in... Don't I have a writing... I need to get control of my OneDrive. My OneDrive, there is no control over my OneDrive anymore. Literally no control over it. Creative writing, what's in this? PowerPoint intro? What is this? I'm just going through my OneDrive. This was 2019. I'm 32 years old. I live in Bloomington. I'm finally finishing my bachelor's in film studies after 10 years of being out of school. So this was for that creative writing class that I never ended up actually getting to take. In my house I have 10 individual animals, a dog named Cosmo, a cat named Corvette, who passed away recently. Well, not, but over a year ago now. 4 leopard geckos, Van, Langley, Sari, Haro. They're all still fine. American bullfrog named Nodley. She's fine. And a crested gecko named Denali, who passed away. And 2 goldfish who keep my frog company, even though she tried to eat one a few months ago, but was too big for her to swallow. That one ended up dying a while back. And then the other one ended up dying at one point as well, because I think she got lonely without the other one. I don't know if they were male or female. I don't know how to sex goldfish. I figured it out at one point with fancy goldfish, but not with comets. I also do a lot of wildlife conservation volunteering and monetary donations. I currently sponsor an orca in the southern resident community. The community gained national recognition when one of the orcas carried her deceased baby on her back around for 2 weeks. I also plan on adopting an orphaned African elephant, which I've already done, here in the coming months. Took a little longer than that. Now that I've found the right place to donate to. Hobbies, martial arts. I've been a martial artist since I was 7 years old. I studied an American form of karate, and I love it. It's actually like a karate taekwondo hybrid. Photo is of me the day I received my white belt in 1983, 26 years ago this year. Yikes. A lot longer than that now. Acting. Well, I guess it's only been 1 year. Oh my god, it's only been 1 year since 2019. This year has been weird. I've been acting about as long as I've been talking. I did theater for a long time, but now primarily do voice work, geeky life. I'm a massive geek. Sci-fi, anime, manga, you name it. I probably love it, minus Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Sorry, I know that's blasphemy. I know. I'm told I'm a Hufflepuff, whatever that means. Accurate. I am told I'm a Hufflepuff. I don't know what that means, though. Apparently, I'm a good finder. That's all I know. I helped staff a convention in Minneapolis, and I used to staff another one out in Madison. Accurate. Disney, yes, this is a hobby. I learned about Disney, have done video lessons about Disney, spent too much money going to Disney World, and I have a wall in my studio apartment totally devoted to Disney. I'm addicted. Interesting. So that was for a class that I never actually ended up. So those are all classes. Okay, so we need to create a new folder. School. That's not how you spell school. Maybe it's how you spell school in Polish. Oh! There's already one called school somewhere. Okay, we can delete that one then. Where is the one that says school? Can we just like sort by name? Please, thank you. That would be much more helpful. There's for school. Okay, so let's find, I'm gonna get back to you when I have made sense of my OneDrive. Okay, so I ended up organizing my OneDrive and my external hard drive and kind of organizing my pictures a little bit. I need a better system for my pictures. So that's going to take a bit longer to organize, and I'm not in the mood to do that today. So, oh, that's fine. I moved things around. I'm so sorry, Vegas. No. So something that worries me is there was a video or vlog that I was already working on, and I thought when I opened up, cause Vegas was up on my computer, and I thought, oh, it's not showing that particular vlog, which I was like mostly done with, but it was like a long vlog. Like I was able to get it down to like a ridiculously from like nearly 2 hours, but a lot of it. Okay, so when I do my vlogs, there are times where I use the actual hyperlapse function on my phone, and then other times that I film myself regular time and then I mute it and I speed it up, depending on how long that project is going to take for me to do. If it's going to take a decent amount of time, just because with hyperlapse, 1 minute equals 1 second. So if it's like yesterday when I did the sweeping and mopping or the cleaning up of the entryway, that didn't take very long. That took like 10 minutes. So it ended up being like a very short clip, which even when I was just finishing up with that, when I was just finishing up with that particular project, I was like, I shouldn't have hyperlapsed it. Just because it looks weird if it's that short of a clip. So I kind of gauge how long the clip is going to take, or how long it's going to take me to do that particular project. So like that one that you just saw, I hyperlapsed because I knew that was going to take a decent amount of time. Anyway, so that particular vlog ended up being nearly 2 hours because there were a lot of them that I needed to fast forward through. Long story short. And now Vegas just isn't wanting to pull up at all. So now I gotta go find it. I'm pretty sure I saved it though. So I'm gonna go see if I can find it and make sure I don't have to start over. If I have to start over, you're just never gonna see that vlog. It's just the end of it. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna work on that. Alright, that is rendering. And we're good to go there. The cat is getting restless. She's getting hungry. And unfortunately, on Sundays, life is a little different for everybody. We essentially intermittently fast. I mean, it's not like we're like, well, let's intermittently fast. It's just we eat breakfast after church. And while I don't go to church right now, just because the drive-in church that my church does, because we don't meet inside the building, but the drive-in church that we do, it's at 10 a.m. and that just doesn't work with my parents' schedule. So it's just always been a thing. We don't eat until after church. Because my dad was raised, let me know if you were raised this way too, raised to like have this mentality of you please don't knock things over. I like my display. Please keep my display nice. I would prefer that. Thank you. Anyway, that communion should break your fast, which is weird because communion is the Last Supper. Anyway, I don't know. Let me know if you were raised to believe the same thing, if you were raised in a church that did communion. Anyway, so we don't eat until after church. So we don't eat until my dad gets home, which theoretically their church should be over here soon, if not already. So we'll have breakfast probably within the next half hour, but it is 10 o'clock. So it's a little later than when we would be normally having breakfast. Like during the week, I'm having breakfast pretty much right away in the morning. And then on Saturdays, we're usually having breakfast by like 7 o'clock in the morning. So Cosmo's pretty used to it. As you can see, Cosmo is just probably sitting there in his hunger being like, I wish it wasn't Sunday. Cosmo can tell time. Oh my goodness. He can't. I just want my display to stay nice. I don't want my display to be messy. Please let my display stay nice. I just want a nice display. Can I please have just a nice display? Anyway, so that's that. Anyway, so I'm gonna get dressed and let that render. I'm just gonna let my computer do its thing during rendering for right now because that is a hefty vlog, and I apologize. I got it down from 2 hours though to an hour, so I was able to cut an entire hour. I was real picky about what I kept in and what I did not. So I probably could have cut more, but anyway. So I apologize for my vlog on September 5th because that was just way too long, and I'm hoping this one isn't just as long. Anyway, or longer. Scary. I don't want it to be longer. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna get dressed and get dressed for the day and do my face washing for the day because look, my little raccoon eyes. I mean, at least she's not destroying my display right now. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's done rendering. And then we've had breakfast and everything, so the animals have been fed. I have a mess over here. It's disgusting, but it's fine because I have to put those jeans on in a little bit anyway. So I did partially forget that I was meeting with a friend today. We're getting together, socially distant, that or masks. I'm not sure which one she's going to want to do, at an outdoor park. So we'll see when we get there what the comfort level is. I know beforehand I talked with Sari and Jonas about whether they wanted to be masked or not. Sari indicates that they're okay without being masked as long as they're socially distanced outside. So we'll see where my friend Shayna is at. But I'm meeting with my friend Shayna. You guys have met her on my channel. You guys have met her before, probably not on this channel, but the last vlogging channel I had, which was Life in Snippets. The only reason I abandoned that channel was just because this one is attached to my main channel, so like I don't have to log out and log back in just to get to that channel. I can just jump to this channel or jump to that channel. So it's nice. But anyway, we're meeting today. We're having a little get together. But I do have a little bit of time prior to that to be able to edit, and I'm just trying to decide if I want to edit another vlog or if I want to edit my Beast Morphers video, because obviously I have to get my Beast Morphers video done today. And so the fact that I have to get it done today, I'm going to. I just don't know if I want to do it right this second, because obviously right this second can actually be kind of tough because I have to get it off of my camera because I haven't done anything with it yet. It's still on my memory card, and so I have to do that, which could take a little bit of time. I guess it all depends on whether or not I have to transfer footage at all. So if I don't have to transfer footage at all, then doing my Beast Morphers video doesn't make much sense right now. But if I have to transfer footage, I may as well transfer that and spend the time doing that instead of transferring more vlog footage. So I'm gonna check that. I'll check back in with you guys after I'm done editing. Another vlog is rendering. I didn't have to transfer any footage, so, but I do need to let my phone charge. It's been charging this pretty much entire time that I've been, well, it has been charging the entire time I've been editing. It's been charging since I got down here. But I'm gonna meet Shayna here soon, and I have to leave in like 15 minutes. So I am going to just let my phone charge as much as it possibly can, and then I'm gonna let it charge in the car too. But that's where I'm at. But yeah, so I'm just let it charge. All right, I'm at Centennial Lakes Park, and I'm gonna go meet Shayna. I might have her pop on and say hello. Not yet. Oh jeez. It's a video.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at it.
Meow. Are you having fun?
I don't have cat ears on.
I know, you do have cat ears somewhere. Don't you have a cat tail too?
A black tail.
I remember you wore that in high school, didn't you?
I've worn it a couple times. I won a costume contest at work for being a cat.
I won it in 8th grade.
Second place, I think.
I won it in 8th grade for being a witch, and then they stole my broom. The bully stole my broom because I won.
Oh.
It wasn't like a full-length broom, it was like this little tiny broom that I would just have, and then I put it down to grab something, and I turned around and it was gone.
Sad. People are mean.
Yeah, Mrs. Doty was really upset about it because she's like, you had the best costume and they stole one of the best parts of it. And I was like, I know. And she never figured out who did it, but
People are mean.
yeah. It's another reason why I drink. Do you watch my channel at all?
What?
Do you watch my YouTube channel at all? I tell stories.
Really don't
I have
watch
this
YouTube.
I have this series on my channel called Wine Storytime, and it's just the reasons why I drink.
Well, how do I get to it?
It's just my name, Britt Hallis.
Britt Hallis YouTube?
Yeah.
You just go to YouTube and look up Britt Hallis?
Yeah.
So I'll do that.
And then my wine story times, like I said, they're the reasons why I drink. So like I told the story about Heslop. Remember Heslop when he accused me of plagiarism?
Yep.
I told that story. I told the story that Christina would remember. You might not. You were there because it was 8th grade when Miss basically assaulted me. Because
we weren't friends yet.
I suppose, yeah, we weren't friends in 8th grade. Yeah, we weren't friends in 8th grade.
I was even friends with Christina. I was friends with Ashley that year.
That's right. You weren't friends with us until 9th grade. Just.
You're walking away from me now?
Just got done hanging out with Shayna. It was a lot of fun. I miss that girl. We've been like best of friends since high school, so good friends. It's good to see her. It's good to see friends during this time where it's really hard to see them because you can't just get together. There's limitations. So, all right, I'm heading home. Okay, so as you can see, I'm home. I got changed back into comfy clothes, mostly because one, I needed to change because obviously you should change your clothes every time you leave the house these days because pandemic reasons. Even though we were outside most of the time, we did go into a Five Guys and have some lunch. Well, we ate outside, but we ordered inside. So now I'm gonna sit down and edit some more. I need to edit my Beast Morphers video. I also need to get ready to edit the like unboxing thing that I did. It's an unboxing, but it's also not an unboxing. So I need to get that ready for Tuesday. So those are the two things I'm going to edit now, is I'm going to sit down and edit those. So I'm going to edit my Beast Morphers video. Oh, you like that. Yeah, you like when people pet your ears. He loves when you rub his ears. It's his favorite. It's fun. He's so weird. Did you go potty? Did you go potty? Okay. I learned that my new favorite Merrills are not good long distance. I mean, I was kind of learning that at Disney World, but I kind of set it off to the sense that they weren't totally broken in yet. These ones should be totally broken in because they're like my everyday shoe. And I've had them now for 9 months. So, because I bought them in January. So clearly they're worn in now. But like the bottom of my feet, I'm gonna have blisters, like 2 blisters, 1 on each foot, I think. So that's a bummer. But there's these, I'm gonna say it right, sorry, I promise, Adidas that I'm looking at. Sorry, bought them, and they're really cool. Something about buying them. I don't know what happened to the Adidas that Sari and I bought. I'm gonna have to ask my mom what happened to them because they're missing. I'm hoping she didn't throw them away, because then she can buy me the Adidas that I'm looking at, because they're about the same price that I paid for those shoes. So anyway, I'm gonna sit down and edit now. My dog's so funny, because if I want him to do something and he doesn't want to disobey me, so it's like, instead of disobeying me, he's like, oh, I gotta go play with this toy though. So like, I can't right now, like totally swamped, gotta go play with this toy. Like that's his reaction. So I asked him to count and he ran off and is now playing with his toy. So my dog can count. My dog can get up to 4. They say dogs can get up to 5 before getting like confused and not being able to count any further than that. So we're working on it. We're at 4. That he understands if I say count to 4, say oof, he'll say oof 4 times. But he does, it's hard work to count. There it is. All right, time to transfer some footage. Houston, we may have a problem. You probably should, because I talk about geeky things, and today we are doing another Beast Morphers episode review. What? Why is that being noisy? What happened to my microphone? Did that happen? Oh boy, this is not boding well. Okay, we need to put in this clip
about each one individually.
Girl, dad. I have to buy a new microphone. That's not good at all. All right, well, I guess I'm buying a new microphone. All right, well, I placed an order for the microphone that I kind of had my eye on. It's kind of like the Micro Rode, but it's a little bit cheaper, and I've done a lot of checking, and it sounds like it's a good microphone. And then there's a little thing on top that I can put on top that I bought as well, that God, I won't be here till Wednesday. What am I gonna do on Tuesday to film? Oh shoot, this sucks. That sucks big time. Oh, I'll figure it out. No, not right now, baby. Oh. But anyway, there's a thing that I can put on top that I can put the shotgun microphone in and the ring light in. So we'll try that. If not, and I have to get a new ring light, at least Sari said she would take the ring light that I currently have. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe this. Well, so tomorrow, I guess I'm just editing a lot of vlogs. And I guess the unboxing can go up tomorrow. And if I can figure out a way, maybe tomorrow evening I'll just have a live stream. Darn, because I really liked that video too. Oh, that sucks. Well, it is what it is. Right, puppy? It is what it is. I love you too. I do. I love you very much. You're a good boy. Yeah. Hi. I know. Was stepping on Cosmo's face necessary, though? Puppy, what you doing? Can you say oof? Can you say oof? Yeah. Do you want to count? Do you want to count? Say 1. Oof. Cosmo, look. Say. Can you say 1? No, 1. There he goes, off to play with his toy because he's swamped. He's swamped right now, guys. So I did not meal prep today, but that's okay because I have waffles left over, Mickey waffles left over from when I made waffles on Friday. So I'll just have Mickey waffles in the morning. I am on vacation. I can do what I want anyway. Yeah, so that's a bummer. But I think what I could do, I hate doing it because I like to do my intros and my outros with my normal camera. And I mean, I could use the camera microphone. It's just going to be loud and annoying. So I think I'm just going to break down and explain on a video that my camera or my microphone is currently out of service and I'm waiting on a new one, and do a couple of computer videos on Tuesday. So I think that might be what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do about the Beast Morphers video just yet. I'm thinking for that I might just do a live stream tomorrow at some point. Just do a live stream. And hope for the best. I'm really sad because I really liked that video. So you guys are never going to see it. So I may as well just say it now. Like, I went out of that episode thinking that was cool. Like, it was actually a pretty cool episode. But I realized as I was doing the episode recap, I realized that I was actually just completely blinded by the fact that Dr. K was in that episode. So, like, I was just completely blinded by Dr. K and the references to RPM. And I realized as I was doing the recap just how bad the episode actually was. So you just watch me, like, fall into this, like, pit of insanity, essentially, as I'm filming the video, just realizing how terrible the episode actually was. And I mean, it wasn't terrible. Like, it was a fine episode. Like, there was nothing really wrong with the episode, but from a production standpoint, and that's the way I look at things, is from a production standpoint, it was terrible. From a production standpoint, Beast Morphers is awful. From a fan standpoint, it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. But from the perspective of, But from the perspective of a film critic, from a perspective of a filmmaker, from the perspective of a director, from the perspective of an actor, it's a terrible season. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's just an honest to God truth. It's kind of how I feel about, like, Lightspeed Rescue, and I hate talking about it because it's like, I don't want to make enemies in the Power Rangers fandom, but usually you guys seem really kind of cool about it. When I say I don't like Lightspeed Rescue, people are like, I mean, okay. You know, what season do you like? Let's talk about that. But from a production standpoint, it's an awful season. It's a terrible season from a production standpoint. From somebody who actually studied film for 4 years, specifically film criticism, and is classically trained in acting, and trained, not classically trained, but trained in directing. It's a terrible season. But people have nostalgia for it, and I'm never going to denounce that. So, you know, anybody who loves it, I'm not gonna be like, you're wrong. Because you're not wrong for liking it. Like, just from my perspective, which is a very technical perspective, I just have a very different viewpoint because I come with a different view, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of where I'm at with that. But yeah, so I mean, at some point I'm going to talk about Lightspeed Rescue and why I don't like it. But Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and edit at least the birthday video, since luckily I filmed all of that on my phone. Well, I filmed most of it on my phone. I filmed the unboxing on my phone. My niece on her phone filmed the reaction to getting the cameo, which you guys will have seen that by the time you see this. So, because I'm going to upload that tomorrow then instead, and figure out what to do about the Beast Morphers video. I'm going to go ahead and just run a poll on my Twitter, I think, and just be like, hey, Beast Morphers video is dead because microphone problems. And just see if people want me to do a live stream tomorrow, or if they want me to tie it all into next week's episode. I was thinking about doing that anyway, like with the legacy episodes, because I think there's like 3 of them, and so tying them all together I think would be good. I just don't know if they're next. I need to look that up. They should be. Like, I remember them being very soon. Anyway, I'm gonna, like, to the point that I was thinking I might see Jason in that episode, but I did not. So, just Dr. K.